Hey guys, down for some Commander? Yeah, I just made a new deck actually. It's pretty cool.
Me too, brother. Me too.
Cool. What's your Commander? What's your deck like? Mine is Prismatic Piper. I don't use a Soul Ring. I have no tutors and very low power deck. Be about a power level 1 or 2. I'd rated about like a Krillin on a Dragon Ball Z scale. And what about yours?
Oh, I'm playing a Jin Kataxis deck with quite a few zero cost mana rocks, all the zero cost counter spells. I've got a stasis, I've got a winter orb, I've got a static orb. What else do I got? I've got an expropriate, I've got a Narset, I've got a rising waters. I've even got a time stretch. And actually, I've got multiple extra turn cards that I use to go infinite for infinite turns while you can't tap anything and I counter everything that you do. Oh yeah, and I've also got a Ristic Study in there.
Bro, it's casual.
This is a casual deck. I'm not even playing any Time Twister. Oh man, wow, you guys really lost bad. Like, you guys didn't even get to do anything. I just had infinite turns and you were completely tapped down and I countered everything that you did and I had like 12 mana on turn 1. So awesome. Oh yeah. Ha ha ha.
Dude.
Complete lockdown.
Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of Best MTG Decks Ever. I'm your host, Joseph, and as you saw in the intro, today we are highlighting problem players in playgroups, specifically those players that don't really respect Rule 0 or they don't understand power levels. They like to abuse power levels and curb stomp low-powered decks. So, if you are one of those offending players, something that I would suggest that you do is make multiple decks of different power levels. It's very easy to get into the habit of wanting to constantly tweak and pimp out your deck and just make it more and more and more powerful. But in the end, it will come back to bite you in the tail because especially if your playgroup has a lower power level. I mean, if your playgroup has a high power level, it doesn't matter. But the goal of Commander, well, really there are two goals of Commander. One of the goals is to have fun, and the other one is to play competitively. If your goal is to play competitively, you want to make sure that the people that you're playing against are able to be competition. So if you've got a CEDH deck, you don't want to be playing power levels, 4 and 5. Because that's not competitive. That's just beating up, low power decks. It doesn't prove anything, and it's an unfun experience for the other people involved. And something else that I want to say is that if you're in a play group where someone's doing this, don't be afraid to tell them, I don't want to play that deck. If you only have power levels, 5 in your decks, and you don't have anything that's competitive, and someone's playing a power level 9 or just a straight CDH level 10 deck, just tell them, I don't want to play that deck. And they should respect your request. This is Rule 0. Because if you're playing, a level 5 deck, you're not competitive. You just want to have fun. You want to hang out with your friends and enjoy the game. However, if you are in a play group where there is somebody who doesn't respect Rule 0, they constantly insist on playing an ultra-powerful deck that is far beyond anything in the play group, I have created a deck for you. It is a deck that is meant to completely disable them while your other two teammates gang up on them. And here we are. This is the deck. It is a Barrel Chief of Compliance deck. I will put a link to this in the description. It is very cheap. It's only $82 to complete this deck. But essentially, the deck is comprised of mostly low-cost counter spells. There's a couple of draw spells on here, low-cost stuff like that. Moving up into the second mana value, we've got a few, mana rocks, some more counters. This has to do, like the containment construct has to do with interaction with Barrel Chief of Compliance. When you counter something and then you have to discard a card, if you have this out, then you can use that card later. More counter spells. With delay, you would want to counter spell, something that they're not going to be able to use again later, like possibly a counter spell. But yeah, the whole deck is based around locking them down, not allowing them to do anything while your two teammates would presumably kill them. This deck is completely designed around locking down a problem player that plays a really high-powered deck, and can essentially, under normal circumstances, can beat 3 players that are playing against them at full throttle. And this should, in theory, teach them a lesson. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video today. I hope that you are not one of those problem players. If you are, make a few other decks at lower power levels and respect the players in your play group. Always rule 0. If you're going to play a high power deck, let everyone know. If I'm playing my Orvar deck, I let people know. I kind of tell them, hey, if you guys aren't playing power decks, all 3 of you need to be coming at me full throttle from the get-go. I let them know because it can combo off, on turn 4 sometimes into a win, and I just need to be taken out. I need to be the number 1 target in a game, and I let people know that. So, and I hope that if anyone is having any trouble with players, that they use the Barrel deck to completely shut them down and teach them a lesson. I think that they would learn a lesson after losing several times to such a deck, and they would understand that, yes, it's frustrating going up against this in the same way that it's frustrating for everyone to play against their super high-powered deck. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a good day. Bye.